Okay guys, I'm feeling generous. I'm going to be giving away an overmolded RPG. All you have to do is leave a like on the video, comment down below, and make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll be giving this away in next week's episode. Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of Building Vietnam in Lego, and today I'm very excited because in last week's episode we started to figure out how we wanted to do the road section. And now that we kind of have this kind of prototype section here, this is in the back left corner of the mock, I'm really excited because we'll be able to basically take this technique and just copy and paste it all along the road. And I'm so excited because once we get the road kind of finalized, then we'll be able to start working on the buildings, the sidewalks, and all the city section of the mock. So I'm really excited. In this week's episode, we're basically going to be focusing on the road and like the structure behind the road and potentially like the sidewalks and whatnot. And we've got a lot of parts in the way, but we've got a road to do down here as well. So we're probably going to start down here just because I kind of already started. But there's a couple things I want to talk about before we kind of go all in. So I'm going to probably set you guys up on the tripod, but we're definitely going to be working on the road. And then I might finish up. I have a couple spots back here on the jungle section I need to finish up. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do back here. As far as plants and whatnot, so like back here I need to add more bamboo, but I don't know what I want to do exactly for that, so that might not be, there's not going to be a lot of jungle work in this episode. It's mainly going to be on the road section and the city section, and I'm sorry there's a bunch of parts in the way. I was digging through parts and found some stuff that I'm going to use. These parts I actually need to sell and get rid of. There's a hole in that bag. So I need to sell these, so I might be posting these up on, I don't know, probably not on my website. I might put them up on my BrickLink, but I highly doubt that. But we've got some 1x6s that are like these slope pieces, and then we've got the 2x6 version of it. So I'll have to count these, but I need to get rid of these because I just don't use them. I could use the money, and then I have a bunch of tan plates that I need to get rid of. So if any of you guys are seriously interested in these, I think these are like 15 cents a piece on BrickLink, and I think I have like 200 of them. So those are for sale. And then same with these. They're probably about the same, probably 10 or 15 cents a piece. So if you guys are interested in these, feel free to email me through my website, BrickTactical.com. Only serious buyers only. You have to have PayPal, and you have to live in the U.S. for these because I'm not going to ship these out of the U.S. because it just costs too much. So if you guys are interested, if you're a serious mock builder, shoot me an email and you could help me out, and all the funds will go to the Vietnam mock. So that's kind of where I'm at. Let's go ahead and start working on the road. I've got a couple things I want to talk about like I already mentioned, so probably going to set you guys up on the tripod and get a nice up close shot, and let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so what I've been working on now since the last clip was I've got this section of the road completely done. Now one thing I want to point out is all of this random tiles here, those aren't final, and I might even put one more plate behind here so this is more flush. You can see there's like a half a stud's worth on this edge that's really bugging me, so I'll probably fix that, and then all this will be tiled. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to keep this nice and smooth looking, or if I want to do like kind of tattered and like maybe put some craters in here from like explosions and whatnot, and not make it look like so perfect. This looks like it's been untouched, but obviously in a city during war, this isn't going to look like this. So I'm wondering if I want to use some detailing pieces like this throughout the road to make it look better. I have a bunch of those. I just need to find them. I actually think they're down here somewhere. So I need to find those, maybe play around with some designs for that. And I'm still unsure how I'm going to do the transition from this section here going to where the road starts to take a right angle. So I'm still working on that. But right now I'm also kind of working on the structure behind here so I can start building with either with larger plates like this, or I found a bunch of 4x4s in dark bluish gray that I can elevate all throughout here, and then the buildings will go on top of that. So a couple things I need to think about, but right now I'm just working on this structure here. I placed these bricks every 8 studs, so it's very solid now, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues. And then I also added, I don't know if you can see it, there's actually tiles underneath this, so it's completely solid all the way down. So those are just a couple things you have to look out for when you're using this technique of putting bricks on their sides. So other than that, it's kind of a mess around here, but I'm going to keep working on this. I'm probably going to play around with elevating some of these larger plates back here, and then I want to figure out how wide I want the sidewalks to be. and if I want to do sidewalks on both sides of the street or just one. So a couple things I got to play with, but I will keep you guys posted in the next video clip. Okay, so since the last clip I showed you, I've been working on elevating back here. I'm thinking what I want to do to start is finish the road and do at least 2 of these 4x4 plates, so that would be a total of 8 or 9 studs back in this direction here, so on the right side of the road. I'm thinking that'll look good. I added this plate here. It already had some detailing on. I added that because I wanted to see what like some destruction looked like on the actual sidewalk. Once again, I don't know how wide I want the sidewalk to be, and the problem is depending on how wide I make the sidewalks is going to limit how much room I have to build the buildings. So I don't want to make it too big because then I'm not going to be able to have as much room to do the buildings. So maybe just like 4 or 5 studs will be enough. But I'm thinking I'm going to do this at least in light bluish gray all the way around, and then come in with the dark bluish gray plates and do the rest, because you're not going to see the dark bluish gray plates and I have way more of them. And so yeah, that's just a reasoning to get rid of those. And then another thing I'm working on is the road over here. I went ahead and started on. This one's going to be a little bit different because you can see the outline. It's completely like curved. It's like a switchback, so it's constantly changing, whereas here it's just going to be straight and then a 90-degree turn, and then it's going to tee off over here. So this will look really cool. It's going to be way more difficult to build around this, simply because with this one everything's just straight in line. This one, it's jumping around every 4 studs, so that's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but it's going to look really good in the end. So I'm excited for that. So I'm going to probably just finish up with the 2x4s on this as much as I can, and then we're going to come in and start doing the structure around it. And then another thing with this side is, since there's going to be a tree line here and there's going to be all this different vegetation here, it's going to kind of determine what color bricks we use over here. So that's something I have to think about. One other thing I just thought of is I added in some white 2x4 plates here. So if you see, now it gives the effect of like the painted stripes down the road, so we can have the 2 separate lanes, and if we wanted to like grab a vehicle, we could put them on different sides. So I thought that will look good. I don't know if I like having it spaced out every other brick. Maybe doing every like 2 bricks would look better, but I think we're gonna leave it for now. We can always change that later. So that's kind of where I'm at. I also, let's see, I also found this bag of 2x4 dark gray plates, which is working out great for the road. And then I also found this bag. There's like 250 of these brick masonry bricks in dark bluish gray in there, and those will be good if we want to add, like I mentioned in the last clip, some like, you know, broken up, you know, road or concrete or something like that. I don't know if I like the look of them personally. I honestly think if we do this and then we add on top of it some detailing, I think that'll look better. But I'm curious what you guys, you know, think about that, because this is kind of what it would look like. So feel free to comment down below if you think that would look good as the road right there. Then obviously it would be up against the sidewalk. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this section. Maybe touch a little bit more back there. That might be more for next week. But I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and I'll come back. Okay, so a couple things that I've worked on since then. I've continued to move this back, and what I did was I found these are some 1x10 light bluish gray bricks. I'm glad I found these, because what I'll use these for is along this front perimeter here. So I'll be using those. I stacked up a couple of them here, and that way, you know, you're hiding all of this randomness that you don't see, so it looks nicer. And then what I've been doing is I've been taking, once again, just random filler brick. If you guys haven't seen me talk about this, basically you don't need anything fancy. Just buy the cheapest stuff you can, because once again, you're not going to see all of this here. So all I'm doing is I'm building up these rows here, and then I'm taking, these are our 1x2 tan plates, making stacks of 2 of these. And most of those I'm finding from, this is actually from like the old mock from like, this could be from D-Day or the Sinai Desert. A lot of these are from those 2 mocks. So I'm taking those, taking these smaller plates off, making these stacks, and then I'm spacing them out, as you can see here. And what that's for is I can come in here with a 4x4 plate, and then it is perfectly elevated. So these need to be elevated. It is, let's see, 5 studs or 1 brick and 2 plates. So then I can just come in here and I can just go along and do this all the way down, and now we have a nice surface. So once again, the light bluish gray will be more of the sidewalk, then the dark bluish gray you won't see because there'll be buildings here. So that's what that's all about. And honestly, it's looking really good. I'm really happy with this look so far. And then over here, we've got the road. I haven't really worked on that much. That'll probably be more in next week's episode. We'll probably, by next week's episode, have all of this elevated here. And hopefully, I want to say, figure out how to do this road all the way over there. So this front section is kind of the goal for next week's episode. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to the giveaway winners, and then we're going to wrap this video up. Okay, so we're going to be giving away the winner from episode 22. We've got 400 users found, so I'm going to go ahead and click this 3 times, and the third person will be the winner. So Lego London, or Loudon, this mock is so sick. Well, guess what? You are the winner, so all you have to do is send me an email through my website, BrickTactical.com. Send me your name, address, zip code, all that good stuff, and I can get that prize out to you guys. Alright, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Building Vietnam in Lego. So once again, quick recap. We started working on, really seriously working on this road section and then the elevated section behind it. Like I said in the previous clip, I'm working towards getting this whole section here completely done by next week's episode. Hopefully get this road done. I don't know about that road, but we're definitely going to work hard on that, so I'm excited to get this going. It's already starting to look more and more like a city, especially because we're covering up the random plates like the whites and the black plates over there, and we're turning it into more like the grays, what you would expect to see in a city, scenario. So I'm excited about this. Let me know what you guys think of this so far. Let me know if you guys have any ideas, comments, or suggestions in the comments down below. And other than that, make sure you guys check out last week's episode. I'll put a link to that right there. Make sure you guys check out the complete playlist if you want to go back and watch some of the previous episodes right there. And then make sure you guys subscribe right there. We're killing it with subscribers lately, so if you guys want to subscribe right there, you won't miss another video. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for those that don't know. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode next Sunday. Alright guys, see you later.